I am Jami Philbrick for IamRogue.com. I'm here in Anaheim, California at WonderCon 2014 for the world premiere of Son of Batman, the new animated film from DC Comics. I had a chance to talk to many members of the cast and crew about the film. Here's what they had to say. This is the second film of sort of this new continuity that you guys are going to do with the films that started with Justice League War. Why was this story, this Grant Morrison story, the first Batman story that you guys wanted to tell?
Well, I think, this the most recent Batman story that really changed Batman's world. To me, it's a story that has a universal appeal because it involves Batman having a son. And even people who don't read comics, when they hear Son of Batman, that's an instant sell. That's something that has anyone's curiosity will be engaged by that. And it's a great character. It was a great series of stories. He has a true arc, starting out as a little kid with issues and ending dying a hero. I mean, that arc is so unbelievably powerful. He's just a character that belongs on film, and also it helps Batman. It helps these DVDs keep people surprised, and people who aren't familiar with the comics, I think it'll really resonate with them because it's something that I don't think anyone's ever thought of. What if Batman did have a son? So we explored that. So he was a perfect choice.
So this is your second time voicing Batman. What did you learn doing Justice League War about the character that you were able to take to your approach on this film?
I think, Justice League War was hard for me because I was coming to this character for the first time, and it was, very challenging playing such an iconic character who's been done so many times by so many great actors. I mean, there are so many famous portrayals of Batman. And now, this film in its 75th, Batman's in his 75th year. So it was like, no pressure, guys, It's
kind of like Hamlet, right? It's like a role everyone has to do.
Yeah, it's like the Hamlet of superheroes, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, he's the complicated, dark one. He's the guy that all actors want to play.
What's the relationship between Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne in this film? What's the relationship between Nightwing and Batman?
I mean, I think there's a history there. There's a loyalty there. There's certainly an ease there. I think you'll see that Nightwing questions Damian right off the bat, and I think there's just there's a seasoned confidence that comes with Nightwing. So it seems like they have a great deal of history, obviously, and there's a banter there, and there's an understanding. It's sort of a brotherly love.
Is there a different voice that you have to do for Bruce Wayne versus Batman?
Slightly different, yeah. The way I looked at it was that Bruce Wayne has a responsibility to present himself, whether it's to the board or whether it's to Gotham itself. He has a persona, and it's incumbent on him to be as charismatic and forthcoming as possible. Whereas when he's Batman, he doesn't. I mean, he can be as mean or as insular or as shut down as he wants. And so there isn't a huge difference in voice quality, but there's a difference in how it presents itself. One is about kind of meeting you halfway, and the other one is about, get away. This is my own private space.
Who is Kirk Langstrom in this? I mean, we know he's a scientist that eventually becomes Man-Bat, but who is he and what's his role in this film?
Well, he has the serum by which to create the Man-Bats and these giant ninja vampires, and it turns out, being held captive. His daughter is held by Deathstroke, and he needs to do whatever the guy says in order to prevent his daughter or his family from being harmed, and himself. And so where at first you perceive him as a villain, you realize it's highly motivated by forces outside of him, and then I don't want to reveal too much more because I want people to see it and be surprised.
Did you look at the Grant Morrison source material for some sort of key in this? Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, that stuff is terrific.
You don't just go by the script; you look at the source material as well.
Yeah, I read the script, then I look at the source material, then I go back to the script, and most of the time I can see why they've made the changes they've made. some things work great in comic books and don't work as a feature film, and vice versa. So I think what's great about this is about these DC animated movies is that you have the graphic novel, you have the comic books, and then you get the movie, and it's like two completely different experiences. I wouldn't really understand the exercise if they were to copy the graphic novels frame by frame. What's the point? And also, these films have to perform. They have to do well in the market. And so they have to appeal to as many people as possible, or we wouldn't get to make the films at all.